Well, a very fast-moving series of events here in Caracas, Venezuela, which actually began before dawn. According to the government, 27 members of the National Guard rebelled against Maduro. They went to a police station, and during that process they stole some weapons. They then went to an area of this city, a poorer area, which is actually quite near the presidential palace, called Cotisa. They took over a National Guard command center there and basically declared themselves in rebellion. The group was led by a man who identified himself as a sergeant. He issued a statement which was quickly released onto social media.
Against this regime, which we don't recognize. People of Venezuela, I need your support. Take to the streets. We are here, just as you wanted. You asked for us to come out and to defend the Constitution. Here we are.
Now, the government itself did put down the uprising pretty quickly, but then we saw another development, and that was residents around this National Guard command center expressing their support for the anti-government message, their support for the rebellion. That rebellion by the people was in turn put down by the security forces here using tear gas. We then had a further development, and that was that the Supreme Court here, which is loyalist to the Maduro government, it met and it made a statement in which it said that the National Assembly, the parliament here, under opposition control but largely ignored by President Maduro, the Supreme Court, the loyalist Supreme Court, said that everything the parliament says is in effect void. Why is that important? That is because in the last couple of weeks we have had some very significant announcements from that National Assembly, including its president saying that he is in a position to assume the presidency because, this is according to the National Assembly, they say that President Maduro is acting like a dictator and therefore has usurped his official position. The National Assembly also calling on all the military forces in Venezuela to rebel against the government and saying that they will offer amnesty to anyone who does that. So that is one reason why the Supreme Court is saying that everything the Parliament says is void, because there is a feeling here that perhaps the messages from the Parliament to the military are being heard. Stephen Gibbs, CGTN, Caracas.